Math 10, Section 50, College Algebra, Summer 2021. This is a function-oriented course that provides an in-depth investigation of linear, polynomial, rational, absolute value, exponential, and logarithmic functions, including their graphs and behavior. Topics include inverse functions, determining zeros of a polynomial functions, complex numbers, graph transformations, matrices, systems of equations and inequalities, sequences and series, and conic sections. There is the prerequisite for the course. It is 4 units. The time, day, and room of the meeting class is online, and the location is also online. Now, my name is Anthony Siciliano. My email is fsiciliano@cmccd.edu. My office room on campus is room 212. However, I'll be teaching online, so I will not be on campus. There's the telephone number. Here are your student office hours: Monday and Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12:10 p.m. on Zoom, and from Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. also on Zoom. And here is the link for the Zoom office hours. Now, student office hours are for your benefit to help you succeed in the course. Office hours are for you, the student, not for me, as I am available at those times not only to discuss the course, but any questions you have about math courses at the college, your field of study, your transfer plans, and career paths. The best way to reach me is email, and it must be your student email account. Always include your name and course. All email contact between students and instructors must be conducted using the student and instructor CMC email accounts. For students, this is accessible via the My CMC portal on the CMC website. Any student email received by faculty from another email account cannot be responded to other than to remind a student to use their school email account. Please also keep in mind that grades cannot be distributed by phone, public posting, public announcement, or by email. Now again, going back to student office hours. Again, here are the office hours that I'm available that are allotted during the entire summer session. However, if you cannot meet during those times, then make sure to email me, and then we can figure out a possible time that will work for the both of us so that we're able to then have that communication. Now, the textbook. It's a free online textbook. Because an electronic version of the textbook is available on OpenStax, you do not have to purchase a textbook. The author is J. Abramson, Arizona State University. There's College Algebra, and there's the ISBN number. However, what's required is Webassign Registration code, which is required for this course. Webassign can be purchased online with instructors located on campus or on the CMC bookstore. Make sure to choose the 5-month access for the Webassign homework and the ebook registration. Class participation. Optimal learning requires student participation in the online classroom as appropriate to the classroom activity. Participation includes such actions as responding to questions posed, submitting all written work for quizzes and final exam, and completion of assignments. The instructor will attempt to ensure all students have opportunities to express ideas and receive additional information and clarification as needed. Instructor communication information, participation guidelines, and feedback policy. Students are encouraged to send me an email anytime from 24/7. You can call or leave voicemail messages. If I'm going to be away for an extended period and know in advance, I will let you all know in the announcement section of our course in Canvas. However, my policy is that I will usually respond within 12 to 24 hours except on weekends. Each week I will provide grades or scores and comments on assignments within 4 to 6 days of when they were submitted. After I send feedback each week, you will receive notification through your email or in a classroom announcement that feedback has been sent. Check grades for your feedback scores. As your instructor for this course, my goal is to facilitate your learning, answer questions, and encourage your participation. I'll respond in a timely manner and on a consistent basis. I'll provide in the Q&A section of the course. I will provide feedback on posts, responses, and assignments as appropriate and between 12 to 24 hours except on weekends. Here is your grade component and percentage of the final grade. You have video assignments in your homework, which is worth 25% of your grade. You have 6 quizzes, which is worth 50% of your grade, and your final exam, part 1 and 2, which is mandatory, and both of them are mandatory for 25%. Now, attendance. All students are expected to log in and complete work each week. Since this is a summer session, each week without work is considered absent from 4 class meetings. A student who adds a class or registers after the first day of classes is counted absent from all weeks missed. In the effort to promote student success, CMC has approved the implementation of an instructor-initiated drop policy. When a student has been absent from classes to such an extent that his or her success is at risk, the instructor has the option of dropping the student. If a student has missed 12.5%, 5 classes, or 2.5 weeks of the semester without notifying the instructor with a satisfactory explanation, the student may be dropped by the instructor. This calculation includes absences occurring during add and drop period. As a result, you will negatively impact your group mates' grades if you fail to fully participate in a group discussion if we have one in a timely manner. Less than full participation in this course is extremely disruptive to the online learning model. So I reserve the right to drop you if 1. You do not complete the online orientation by earning 100% on the orientation assignment. You will have as many attempts as you need. Number 2, you fail to make any progress for 4 or more consecutive days, including weekends. 3, you fail to take the final exam as scheduled in class. Per the college's attendance policy, faculty has the right to develop a more stringent policy as well. Students who do not attend or participate in class by the deadline to drop for tuition refund may be deleted from the course. In this section, we function as a team, teaching and learning together in small groups that are reorganized from one module to the next. However, if you quit participating in this class, you should not assume that I would drop you. Should you choose to drop, ultimately it is your responsibility to officially withdraw. Materials. A calculator will be a necessary tool for this course. Only devices that are specifically mouth calculators will be allowed for tests. Cell phones, laptops, etc. are not allowed, and each student must have their own calculator. Text, notebook, pencil, and a good attitude are also necessary. Work must be completed in pencil. A Texas Instruments is an excellent non-graphing calculator that will be sufficient for homework and exams and has limited but useful statistical capability. In this course, we will use the website or app Desmos as our graphing calculator. So to familiarize yourself with Desmos, please watch the video on Canvas along with the Desmos website or app. Course grading and information. This is an asynchronous course, which means you will complete your coursework online in your own schedule, but by the required deadline provided. This course is delivered through video lectures on Canvas and an online course management system called Webassign. Registration for Webassign is required on the first day. There is an option of signing up for a 14-day temporary passcode. Each chapter of the text that we are going to study has 3 parts described below. Registration and video instructors are located on Canvas, and the assignments are graded automatically by the website. During each module, you're going to have part 1. It says video assignments. The lecture videos on Canvas is where the course content is delivered to you via reading assignments, video presentation examples, also with the video solutions, interactive activities, and assessment questions. Begin each section by working through the lecture and filling in the guided notebook, which you'll see below. After you complete watching the lecture, complete each video lesson assignment. Once you complete that video lesson assignment, then you're going to go to the section homework. Upon completion of a section's lecture video assignments, you should jump to the section's homework located on Webassign. Once you complete the homework of all those sections for that week, then you're going to have the end of the week quiz. Each of these quizzes are located at the conclusion of each week on Canvas and accessed through Webassign and included in your overall grade. All assignments above, parts 1, 2, and 3, are due the day of the quiz. Please review the late penalty policy further below in the syllabus. Quizzes. There will be 6 online quizzes. All quizzes will have a password and timed with extra time allotted for students registered with access. Passwords for the quizzes are in the outline of each week located on Canvas. For online quizzes, you will submit your answers online via Webassign. However, for each quiz, it is mandatory you show all work for online quizzes. It must be neatly written and completed on paper with all work shown in chronological order. Once you have completed writing the quiz, you will need to upload it, scan the photo, etc. to your document to the location on Canvas. Each quiz is due at the end of the week. However, please make sure to begin your quiz well in advance of the due date. Please make note there are no extensions for quizzes and no exceptions. Final exam. There are 2 parts to the mandatory final exam. Final Exam Part 1 is a 5-question exam placed on Canvas as a downloadable file, and Final Exam Part 2 will be located on Webassign. The final exam can replace your lowest quiz score using the following approach. It is my policy to replace a student's lowest quiz grade with the final exam at the end of the course, provided that it is higher than one of your lowest quiz scores. For this reason, I do not give makeup quizzes. A missed quiz will be recorded as a 0 and then replaced accordingly at the end of the semester. Missing the final will also result in a 0, and I do not drop this grade. The instructor has the right to adjust this policy under special circumstances. Please make note there are no extensions for final exams. Here are the quiz deadlines, and there's the deadlines for the final exams. Due dates, late penalties, and technical difficulties. All video assignments, homework, and quizzes have the following late penalty policy. Students submitting work for course assignments after the due date are subject to a penalty of 5% of the points possible for the assignment per day, i.e. for each day passing after the due date. For example, submissions posted after the due date within 24 hours of the date the assignment is due will be penalized 5% of the potential value of the assignment. Submissions posted between 24 and 48 hours after the due date may be penalized by up to 10%, and etc. Due dates will not be extended because of technical difficulties. The deadlines on these assignments are not extended, and you must make plans to complete these. Due dates for online assignments are clearly stated in Webassign. Homework, study tips, homework videos. Guided notebook. This is an activity manual located on Canvas that you can access, download, and print. This is a place where you can take notes on the information given in the lecture videos by filling in all the information from the slides in the notebook. This will be a valuable resource for you as you work through the video assignments and online homework for each section, as well as the quizzes over the corresponding material. Pay close attention to the homework videos located on Canvas. This will be helpful to you as you move along with your homework assignments. Student learning outcomes. Upon successful completion of this course, students will be able to demonstrate algebraic properties and concepts of functions including composition, inverses, domain, and range. Solve equations and inequalities that include polynomials, rational forms, absolute value, radicals, exponentials, and logarithms. Demonstrate matrix algebra and find a matrix inverse to solve a system of linear equations. Solve systems of inequalities. Use transformations and other characteristics to graph polynomial, rational, exponential, logarithmic, other basic functions, and conic sections. Model real-life situations and solve applications using the appropriate relation or function. Calculate terms and sums for sequences and series, including those that are arithmetic, geometric, and recursively defined. These outcomes will be assessed by questions on the video assignments, homework, quizzes, and final exam. Students with disabilities access. Students with disabilities, whether physical learning or psychological, who may need academic support in the classroom, are encouraged to contact Access as soon as possible to ensure that appropriate accommodations and/or services are implemented. Further information about this program may be found on the Copper Mountain College website and in the Office of Student Services at the Access counter. Please visit the CMC's Access website for that information or call that particular number. Military-friendly statement. Veterans and active duty military personnel with special circumstances, upcoming deployments, drill requirements, disabilities are welcome and encouraged to communicate these in advance if possible to the instructor. Equal opportunity statement. Copper Mountain College is committed to equal employment opportunity for all persons and to provide educational and employment opportunities free from discrimination based on ethnic group identification, national origin, religion, age, veteran status, sex, race, color, ancestry, sexual orientation, or physical or mental favors, and other physical or verbal conduct or communication constituting sexual harassment. Disclaimer. Changes in curriculum, grading standards, and other requirements could change as necessary. It is the student's responsibility to know and understand all policies, procedures, and requirements for Copper Mountain College and this class. Any concerns should be directed to your instructor, the appropriate department chair, or college administrator in that order. Information in the syllabus is subject to change. Any important changes will be announced in class and you'll be provided with an updated syllabus. Extra tips. Review your written posts and responses to ensure that you have conveyed exactly what you intended. This is an excellent opportunity to practice your proofreading, revision, and rewriting skills, valuable assets in the professional world for which you are now preparing. Hint, read your post out loud before hitting the send button. This will tell you a lot about whether your grammar and sentence structure are correct, your tone is appropriate, and your contribution clear or not. Okay, now below is a tentative schedule. Okay, the course schedule may change at the discretion of the instructor. However, students will be notified in writing when any changes, additions are made to the schedule. This is on your syllabus and it's also in Canvas. So if you take a look at week 1, we start June 14th to June 20th. So these sections will be covered. So for example, 2.1, 2.2 would be Monday. 2.3, 2.4 would be Tuesday. 2.5, 2.6 would be Wednesday. This is what you would do in a normal online in-class session. Therefore, these are the sections that need to be covered, so you want to make sure you start as soon as possible, because at the conclusion of this week, you will have quiz 1, and it is due by Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. That doesn't mean you start the assignments by then. Okay, if you're not able to complete the assignment by then you will have the late penalty policy for the quiz and the assignments that are 5% for each day after that. So please make sure to work in advance. Because it's a summer session, this is 7 weeks, so you want to make sure you get started as soon as possible. So please make sure that you have this schedule available to you so you know what you need to complete. Okay, and then below here is a statement on plagiarism. So therefore, that is the conclusion of the syllabus. Again, as I stated, if you have any questions and you are unable to meet during those office hours, please send me an email and then we can figure out a time where we can go over any information that you need. If it has to be in the early evening, whatever the case may be, please contact me and then we can go ahead and discuss that information from there. Okay? Thank you.